Hi, I'm Dr. Chad Larson. I think within the next few months, a lot of people are going to be interested in improving their health. I think, the past couple of years, for a lot of people, the health has kind of taken a back burner, and they're going to be interested in reestablishing good health practices in their life. And that's not always easy. It's kind of simple. It's if you put it down on paper, it sounds like it's kind of simple, but actually putting it into practice can be kind of difficult. And so there's some things that we can do to start to prime our neurobiology so that when we go to do these things, the neurobiology gets it, and you're already kind of creating the neural networks, and the neurotransmitters like dopamine and norepinephrine are already primed and ready to go to help support that thing. So it doesn't just, this isn't just kind of white knuckling through something. It's about kind of developing the skill from a neurobiological standpoint so you can really prove to your system that you could do these things. So I'm going to be talking about the kind of the practice of grit as a skill and something that you can develop over time. And as sort of peak performance experts and scientists talk about stuff, there's multiple types of grit. And over the next several episodes, I'm going to talk about those different types of grit. The one that's kind of suggested as a place to start is the grit to persevere. And so the grit of perseverance is kind of a combination of willpower, mindset, and passion. So I'm going to speak to these things through sort of physical movement, physical exercise. If you have an allergy to the term exercise and you just don't, the word just kind of, you don't like it, think of just movement, body movement, whatever it is. You can just pick something that, you find interesting. But, within the category of movement, exercise, this is a great way that we could really practice perseverance, because we might use the grit later down the line to help you stop eating something that you're craving that you know is not healthy for you, or to start to incorporate something that you know is going to be very healthful for you, or some other kind of daily practice or dietary component that is maybe going to be difficult for right now. But when you do it through, first of all, physical movement, physical exercise first, then you're going to build a neural network that makes those other life activities even easier. So what's willpower? Willpower really is the combination of self-control plus delayed gratification. So if we're thinking about exercise, let's say you're an early morning exerciser, your alarm goes off at 6 o'clock in the morning. The initial kind of willpower is to turn off the alarm, put on your shoes and exercise clothes and go for a walk, go for a run, go to the gym, whatever your sort of physical activity is. That's willpower. But then you have to have the right mindset. The mindset is, because eventually willpower is going to run out. And you have to have the right mindset, which is the belief, the thought process, the self-talk that what you're doing is going to result in some kind of improvement for you. Some kind of, you're moving towards something that's going to help improve your health. And I'm just talking about it from a health aspect. But again, these principles can be applied to other things, even outside of health. But it might be a different aspect of health. Right now, we're talking about physical activity. But again, it might be, when those kind of self-talk, that kind of the gremlins start talking to you at 9:30 at night to go grab a cookie. When you built up this strength, this kind of grit to persevere, you'll have the kind of the neural network in place to override those kind of cravings and thought process. So mindset is really this belief that what you're doing, the behaviors and actions that you're taking, is going to result in some kind of improvement. Passion is kind of that internal motivator, a little bit different from mindset. It's an internal motivator. Internal motivator might be something like, if a house is on fire, what would you be willing to sacrifice your life for to go run in and save whatever it is? Is it a person? Is it a book? Is it an object? Whatever it is, that's the kind of thing that you want to keep in mind as you're going through these other steps to build up your grit for perseverance. And so what's happening here is you're creating a whole new sort of neural network. That neural network is really juiced up by a couple key neurotransmitters, dopamine and norepinephrine. Dopamine is kind of the reward, the motivation kind of neurotransmitter. Every time we use the willpower, mindset, and passion to do some activity, we get a little shot of dopamine, and that's rewarding for you, that's rewarding, kind of making you feel good at the moment, which is going to help to pre-prime a similar behavior next time. And then also you get the norepinephrine, which is kind of the drive, the energy, the juice to kind of keep you going, keep you active, keep you energetic, to keep doing these things over and over again. Because that's really the key, especially from a grit, a perseverance standpoint, especially if I'm speaking to this in kind of a physical exercise sort of way, is it takes energy. And as you do it over and over again, you start to create this neural network, and neurobiology really gets primed to apply this to other aspects of your health and decision making. So I will keep adding on to this concept of grit. This is just kind of the best place to launch off. This is something you can literally start doing today or tomorrow, and all start to incorporate the other degrees of grit as we kind of start to create a program, in, sort of a mental program or a mental set of tasks and skills. As I'm kind of thinking people are going to want to sort of get their health kind of back in line. And so these are some things that we can start to do to really kind of prime our biology to do maybe something that might be difficult. So I will keep reading the books and studies, and I will see you next time. Until then, keep it real.